Hey guys, welcome back! So in this update, I'll be narrating updates 10 and 11. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. I discovered my wife of 7 years is cheating on me. Update 10. Anna's backyard cookout. Anna's fine. No psych ward. No self-harm. But she did nearly gas the neighborhood trying to burn all her designer stuff on my backyard grill. My neighbors thought it was a fire, so they called my dad, who called me. When I reached the house, I found Anna torching clothes, lingerie, makeup stuff, which according to her Liam touched. I informed Anna's parents that she is at my house burning the house down. Then I grabbed the fire extinguisher and doused everything. Anna looked stunned to see me, like I'd been summoned by fire. She hugged me, sobbed, and begged to fix things. I gave vague answers to avoid more drama. It occurred to me right then that this was the first time we had been alone together since the day I had her served. Sometime later, Anna's parents showed up. Turns out, Anna's dad found out about the full truth of her affair through credit card charges. Now her family's at war too. I told Anna to help the woman whose marriage she helped destroy. She agreed. I grabbed the rest of Anna's stuff from the backyard and drove it to a thrift store after hours in the donation box and dumped it all in. So if you see a homeless woman with a Prada bag dressed in a garter belt and stockings, you are welcome. A mini update. Anna's salon is finally profitable. She's also seeing a psychiatrist. And my mother-in-law told me that she has been reading books on infidelity and going to church twice a week. She wants reconciliation, but I'm keeping my distance. She's still hiding the sugar baby angle from everyone and painting it as a regular affair. I had my friends clear out photos of us from my house. She sent a dozen meltdowns of texts. I'm not punishing her, I'm just done. Also, Anna has hired a new lawyer, so lawyers are getting involved again soon, hopefully with less fire this time. Update 11. Nora's husband in postnuptial agreement. The Airbnb owner started furnishing the place. I helped set everything up. Moved furniture, hung shelves, and assembled pieces. In the living room, I put the TV up, then arranged the coffee table, 2 armchairs, and the couch behind them. The interior decorator showed up, laughed, and said it looked like Star Trek, but was impressed with my work and even offered me a job. At the end, I awkwardly asked if she was flirting. She said yes and gave me her card. Later called my lawyer to ask if I could date during the divorce. She firmly said no, it's an at-fault divorce for adultery and dating now could legally backfire. I unblocked Nora's husband and messaged him. I met up with him for coffee, or what I assumed would be coffee. This man ordered an iced matcha latte like we were on a TikTok date. We are only acquainted with each other due to our wives, so after some talk about surface-level stuff, I asked him how he's doing with Nora. He said he thought something was up because he would see her texting and laughing. He thought she might be having an emotional affair, because she's always at home with their toddler. She's not conventionally attractive, being around 100 pounds overweight, but her husband likes it that way. He was dreading confronting her about it, but after getting my text, he did. She confessed to it and basically lived vicariously through it because Anna was talking about their fancy dates. Anna's spa trips, hotel room service, Liam taking her to boutiques that don't have price tags on their items, because if you have to ask. Every time Anna would cry and feel guilty, Nora admitted to encouraging her to have one last big fling of fun before settling down and becoming a stay-at-home mom like her, and telling her I would divorce her if I found out she's dead on. Right about that one. She deserved this. Blah, blah, blah. Basically being an enemy of our marriage. Nora's husband rightfully figured that if Nora could do this, she could cheat on him. He told Nora he was divorcing her. But Nora put on the full court press, deleting her social media, blocking Anna, and swearing never to talk to her again. Full access to phone, computer, etc. She booked therapy for them and paid for it by starting to work part-time again. She's a nail tech. Those people can make money hand over fist, y'all. You have no idea. Nora's husband consulted an attorney $400. Ouch. And was basically told that he would lose a lot of money and she would probably get majority custody because what she did didn't constitute adultery or infidelity. So it'd be a no-fault divorce, since her only infraction was having my wife be her favorite reality TV show. Nora's husband decided to stay and work on the marriage because he didn't want to lose access to his son. He said that Anna and Nora have not been in contact, and Nora has deleted most of her social media and has a Facebook account with only her family. Mom, dad, siblings, and in-laws on it. He said he doesn't trust her as much anymore, and they are working on it. He said that he respected me, but he wouldn't be able to respect himself and stay with a wife who did what mine did, especially if there were no kids involved. Coming back to my divorce, we got an offer from Anna's new attorney. Anna wanted another face-to-face meeting, but I declined. Let's just rapid-fire our crap at each other and get this over with, Anna. I have had enough of her high-end identity crisis. Here it is. If Anna cheats again, emotionally, physically, digitally, or if she even thinks about sexting someone who uses cologne from Italy, I get 75% of our liquid assets, half of her business profits for the past 3 years prior to the adultery. It's not exceeding $100,000. In all seriousness, there was a full, legal, dry, boring definition of infidelity. If I cheat, it's a no-fault divorce, and we split everything up 50-50. No alimony either way. She will pay for my attorney and hers out of her business profits and reimburse the $10,000 emergency fund. Post-nup becomes void if we stay together for 10 years without infidelity, which feels ambitious considering the first 10 years included the erotic Saks Fifth Avenue rewards program. If voided, both parties waive future claims to assets or alimony tied to this agreement. Anna agrees to full financial disclosure, including bank statements, business financials, credit reports, and any business relationships with a man named Liam. All financial disclosures will be kept with my lawyer or some other third party of my choice. Total mutual access to all electronic devices with no prior notice for 7 years. Any hidden or burner devices invoke the infidelity clause followed by a dry description of undisclosed devices. If we do divorce after this agreement, she waives all rights to spousal support, unless I die tragically while doing something heroic, in which case she's allowed to cry at the funeral but not speak. Weekly individual and couples counseling, minimum 12 months and paid by her, with a therapist selected by me and approved by the State Bar Association, the Vatican, and my group chat, capped at $10,000. No contact whatsoever with a fair partner or any of his businesses. If a wedding happens at his venue, she sends one of her stylists instead, or a goat. Whatever's available. All I have to do in order to exist in this proposed paradise is to stay married to the prettiest erotic dancer in town. My lawyer said it's a good deal, and she doesn't know a judge that wouldn't enforce it. She said if I was at all hesitant about not staying in the marriage, it's one of the best post-nups she's seen, as far as judicial enforceability goes. Of course, any judge has a lot of latitude. Right? But she said she couldn't see any judge throwing it out of court, and she knows most of the judges around our area. Just to be clear, I rejected it. I told my lawyer that the bottom line is, these are my non-negotiables. She has to agree to an at-fault adultery divorce on the record. No alimony. I keep my $401,000. I would prefer for her to pay my attorney fees. Everything else is negotiable. As far as everything outside of lawyer cage match goes, Lisa is still divorcing Liam. Anna gave over her affidavit, which helped, and she additionally offered to testify if needed. Liam's weenie must feel very depressed because the women he forks really seem to savagely turn on him. Liam's kids don't want to go visit him, and he's trying to spin it that Lisa is deliberately alienating them. If telling the truth is alienating, then I guess she's guilty. Lisa is encouraging them to have a relationship with their father because, outside of him playing Johnny Appleseed with his reproductive fluid, he's been a good, supportive, and attentive dad, attending their events and helping them with their studies, etc. I'm not going into the details of what she's asking for, but let's say that if she gets what she's asking for, and I'm pretty sure she will, I'm very interested in offering my services as a sugar baby myself. Whatever a male sugar baby is. I'm not up on all that lingo. Mother-in-law met me at my business and gave me more groceries. Baked goods and casseroles, because casserole is her love language. Anna was there, but sat quietly in the back seat. Mother-in-law told me that she let her come along just to see me, and that if she said anything or got out of the car, she would lose all emotional support from her family. I was wearing my Wrangler slacks and a black t-shirt. Drink it in, Anna. I was pissed at first, but ultimately grateful because my stomach didn't hurt as much seeing her. I think I'm getting over it all. Mother-in-law and father-in-law are talking again, as predicted. They are both very disappointed and embarrassed at Anna's behavior. My lawyer told me that if I want to expedite things, I should abandon my no-contact policy and send. Anna a letter explaining in detail why reconciliation is off the table. I think I will have to do that. I'll update in a couple of days with what I propose to send her. So, that's it for this part. Don't forget to like the video so my content reach more people. And show your support by subscribing to the channel and hit the bell icon to get the latest update. So until next time, guys, bye.